Hello once again, this is Jan Stenberg from Intermotions, here to present you a tutorial on deploying the Intermotions VirtualBox image on your desktop. So I've gone and downloaded the Intermotions VirtualBox installer.zip and I've unzipped it into a folder on my desktop. Now in order to install the Intermotions VirtualBox, we will simply right-click intm install vbox.bat and we will run it as administrator. What this will do is it'll install Python 2.7.11 with a few packages used by Intermotions. Once it is completed installing Python, it will install the VirtualBox application. Once it's done installing the VirtualBox application, it will import the Intermotions virtual appliance, and afterwards it'll start up the Intermotions virtual machine. This will take a few minutes. Now that it's imported, it is starting up our Intermotions virtual machine and the VirtualBox application starts. Now at this point it will start up the Intermotions virtual machine. While we wait for this to start up, over here on the left at the end of our installer we've got some information about our network which we will need in the configuration steps of our server. So once it's started up, we will log in with the user intm, and the default password is welcome1, all in lowercase. Now to configure the network, we will switch user by typing in su space minus, and the default password for the super user is welcome1, all in lowercase once again. Now, in order to configure the network, we have the script right above. So we will type in root and hit the enter key. Over here, we need to provide Intermotions with an IP address. So we will give We will reuse the net mask as provided at the end of our installer. The default gateway, we've got it over there on the right. If you don't have a name server, this will default to the gateway. I do have one, so I will enter the information over here. We've only got one, so I will leave the second one blank. And if you do have a domain, this would be the place to enter it. So I will enter intm.local. At the end of this, we get a summary. And if we are happy with the information, we will hit the yes key, which is Y. And do we want to continue? Yes. Now Intermotions is going to make some network configuration changes, and it'll shut down all of the services and bring them back up. So everything seems to have gone all right, and we do have information about the URL as to where the Intermotions application is running. So now we will open up a web browser and go to the URL. In order to validate that everything is in tip-top shape, we will open up a web browser and we will grab a new tab and type in the URL provided to us at the end of the configuration. Now, Intermotions, due to the delicate nature of some of the information, requires that it runs on HTTPS. Intermotions comes with a self-signed certificate, and therefore you may receive insecure page as such. What we will do is we will go to Advanced and we will add it as an exception. We can view the certificate, and as we can see, it is provided by Intermotions Incorporated for the Intermotions server. So we will confirm the security exception, and we will now log in with the Intermotions system account, which is the most powerful account. And the default password, once more, is welcome1, all in lowercase. Once we are logged in, we are presented with the configuration wizard. And this concludes our tutorial on deploying the Intermotions VirtualBox image.